yung isa sa mga challenging na clusters para sa buong, buong board exam niyo. Pero, alam mo, paano ko masasabi? Hindi, kaya niyo yan. Kaya niyo yan. Magaling naman yung mga naturo sa inyo eh. Yan. Pero hindi ako kasama doon hindi ako kasama doon. Hindi ako magaling sa cluster 3. Kung alam ba't akong tuturo nito. Okay! Daldal ka ng daldal, Ma'am Isa. Dahil dyan, simulan na po natin. Cluster 3, get your cluster 3. Okay? Kung nakikita nyo na yung screen ko, we will now start. Number 1. Okay. Water test is used to demonstrate your gastric content regurgitation in which the patient daw is placed in an LPO position. So, bakit natin sila or which of the following below is most likely to be the reason for such? Correct answer natin ay letter A. Okay? Dahil ang fundus, mas filled siya ng barium sulfate kapag pinlace natin siya in an LPO position. In that way, mas makikita natin kung positive, or negative siya for the water test. Kung nag-regurgitate siya agad or hindi. Okay? So, correct answer natin for number 1, cluster 3, this is letter A, alpha, alpha, alpha. Next, number 2, which of the following conditions would indicate vigorous preparation to ensure a clean colon prior to the barium enema? So guys, pag barium enema, tanggal agad ang perforation at saka ang letter A, obstruction. Hindi ka pwede magbigay ng barium enema sa dalawang, nirule out mo na to. Kasi lalo siya mag-i-impact, okay? Magkakaroon siya ng impacted barium kapag obstructed. Tapos, lalabas naman ngayon yung barium mo, hindi niya kayang mag-mingle with all of your body fluids when there is perforation. So, correct answer natin ay letter D, polyps lang. Kasi ang polyps, lalo na yung mga fecal debris, pag hindi yan natanggal, namimimik nila, mimik? Nagagaya, ayan. Nasisimulate nila na parang katulad sila ng polyps. Okay? So, kaya kailangan prior to barium enema, lalo na nakita niyo polyps, yung kanyang nirule out, maganda at maayos yung kanyang internal preparation. Okay? Talagang walang laman walang laman na fecal material. So, correct answer natin for number 2, it's letter D, delta. Next, number 3, a posterior hip dislocation can best be demonstrated in which of the following methods? So, correct answer natin dito, letter C. Okay, letter C. Ma'am Isa, bakit hindi po? Bakit hindi po natin sinasama si letter B? Kasi si letter B, so si letter A, ginagamit natin siya usually for the pelvic brim. Okay? Yung inlet, lalo na stomach. Okay? Ay, wait lang. Ayan. Letter C. Okay? So, si letter D naman, Tuffel method. You're familiar with this one? You're very familiar, okay? So, ginagamit natin, yes, for your fovea capitis naman, na demonstration. So, correct answer natin ay letter C. Okay, letter C. Next, number 4, what other projection term refers to the AB projection of the foot? It's letter B, dorsoplantar projection. Okay? Sa pagpasok ng inyong central ray, dorsum, agad ang papasukan. Ang exit is the plantar portion or yung sole ng paa. So, dorsoplantar. Correct answer number 4, it's letter B, bravo. Next, number 5, X-ray examination of the female pelvic organs by means of gas insufflation is indicated by the following terms. Except, alin lang dito yung hindi gumagamit ng gaseous medium? It's actually letter D, vaginography. Okay? So, yung gynecography, pangine, tapos yung pelvic pneumo, lahat to gumagamit gas insufflations. And lahat silang tatlo, other terms niya lang yan. Okay? So, pare-parehas lang yung tatlo na yan, isang examination lang yan. Other term niya lang yung mga yan. So, correct answer natin, letter D, vaginography. Next, number 6. Which examination can be performed on a non-gravid patient? Pag sinabi natin na non-gravid, again, ito ay hindi buntis non-pregnant. So, commonly, ginagamit natin to check for the patency of your fallopian tubes, which is hysterosalpingography. Okay, letter D, delta. para mag-check ng patency ng fallopian tube, lalo na kapag yung mga non-gravid patients na to, okay, matagal nang married, tas hindi pa sila nagkakaanak. Okay? Correct answer, letter D, hysterosalpingography. Next, number 7. If the traction is already applied for the demonstration of your C7T1, but remains undemonstrated, what projection should be done? Tanggal agad ang letter A at ang letter B kasi yung open mouth at ang Fox or Fuchs. Ko lang po anong basa nila, sir, ano. Okay. Fox na lang, Fox kasi tawag ko eh. Okay, so Fox method, alam kong bad siya, pero yun lang. Okay, ang dinedemonstrate niya ay parehas C1, C2. Okay? So sa A at saka sa B, C1, C2. Ngayon, hindi tayo sumusuko. Okay? Kaya tanggal ang letter D. No projection is needed. No, not. Okay. Correct answer, swimmer's lateral projection. Okay? So number 7, it is letter C, swimmer's lateral. To demonstrate your C7 and D1. Next, number 8, the apophyseal articulations of your thoracic spine are demonstrated with blank. Okay, ang apophyseal articulations natin, ito yung articulation in between the two spinous process, ha? O, yan. So, dahil dyan, anong line? Ang pwede nating, anong line to lang gamitin natin? Pwede kasi natin gamitin dito either coronal or mid-sagittal. Anyway, nandito naman yung tamang sagot. Okay. So, ano ang tama? Okay, na gamitin natin within the following options. Correct answer natin is letter C. Okay? Usually kasi talaga, ang ginagamit natin is, di ba, MSP 20 degrees from the film. Okay? So, isipin mo na lang kung yung MSP naka 20 degrees from the film. Therefore, ayan, yung coronal plane mo is at 70 degrees from the film. Okay? Filling out yung inyong 90 degrees. Okay? So, correct answer natin, for number 8, it's letter C. Coronal plane, 70 degrees to the film. Next, number 9. Which projection should be the first to radiograph for a traumatized patient with possible CNS involvement? So, considering this is a trauma case, correct answer natin, cross-table lateral agad. Okay? Hindi nag-AP ng leeg, cross-table agad ha, lateral. Next, number 10. How many degrees and in which direction should the central ray be directed for your axial-lateral oblique projections? Ito yung Stenver's method natin para sa profile, posterior profile. Ayan, bubul ako. Okay. So, correct answer natin, 12 degrees. Okay, tanggal ang 10. And it is in a cephalad angulation. Correct answer, delta. Okay, ano naman ang opposite ni Stenver's?
Arceline.
Arceline, very good. At ang ginagamit naman niya na central ray angulation ay anong letter? Letter? Baliktad naman kasi siya eh. Letter A. 10 degrees pero caudad naman. Okay? Next, number 11. Which of the following general rules should be followed when radiographing upper and lower limbs on trauma patients? Okay. So, pag nagto-trauma patient tayo, always remember, we do two radiograph always in a, sabihin na natin, orthogonal. Ayan ha, relationship. So, pagka sinabi natin na orthogonal relationship, naka 90 degrees apart. So, it can be in PA or AP and lateral projection. So, correct answer, alpha. Ma'am Isa, bakit hindi po pwede yung letter B? Naka-true AP naman po yun. Hindi kasi sa lahat ng pagkakataon, ma-AP mo yung pasyente, di ba? So, paano kung halimbawa, ang saksak niya nasa likod? O, di ba? May AP mo ba siya? Siyempre, hindi, naka-PA o naka-prone siya. So, it can be in PA or AP and then lateral. So, not necessarily through AP lagi. Okay? Next, number 11. Okay ha? Letter A. Kaya dalawa ginagamit natin for comparison and to act as a supplementary view. Okay? To each other. Next, number 12. Which of the following kite position or projections will demonstrate the degree of plantar flexion and anterior talar subluxation for congenital clubfoot? Okay, tanggal agad ang letter B at letter C. Mali na yan. Gagalit no? Mali na yan. Okay. Pagpipilian mo na lang is AP and lateral. However. Ayan. Ang correct answer natin ay letter D. What? Okay. Kasi ang letter A natin would actually show you the degree nung abduction nung forefoot. Tapos yung pag-invert nung kanyang heel bone or nung kanyang calcaneus. Okay? So, ang correct answer natin for number 12 ay letter D. Okay? Next, number 13. For which examination is the contrast medium injected directly into the fibrous cartilage between two vertebral bodies? This is your discography. Okay? Discography. Kasi in between ng vertebral bodies. Kung myelography, doon sa ating, hindi mismo sa spinal cord ha, within the spinal cavity. Ayan. The ventriculography, ventricles of the brain. Okay? Pneumography, same lang din siya. Next, number 14. Okay, in an AP projection of your scapula, ang patient daw ay blank. Okay, let's see. Pag AP ng scapula, anong dapat na ginagawa natin sa arm ng patient? It should be placed at a right angle to the body. Okay? Kailangan para kang, ayan ha, para kang nanunumpa sa watawat ng Pilipinas. Ma'am Isa, bakit po? Ang purpose nito, kaya dapat mong i-right angle ang iyong arm is to wing out your scapula. Okay? Para nakalabas siya dun sa inyong thoracic cage. So, hindi siya nakasuperimpose. Okay? So, correct answer natin for number 14, it's letter D, delta. Next, number 15, if a patient was positioned for a Valdini method with your IOML angled at 50 degrees, which of the following anatomical structures would be best seen? Okay, Ma'am Isa, ano nga po ulit si Valdini method? Thank you, Lord. Ayan. Valdini method, PA axial projection tayo. Usually, okay, ginagamit natin siya para magpakita nung ating organs for hearing. Okay. So, dahil dyan, halos nandito na siya, no? Okay, tanggal mo na yung isa dyan. Joke lang. Aside from yung normal routine na nakita natin for the PA axial, makakakita ka din dyan, mali pala yung napagsulatan ko, sobrang excited ko. Ayan. Okay, dito na siya. Okay. Aside from doon, pwede rin siyang gamitin to demonstrate organs for hearing. Okay, meron tayong dalawang linya na pwedeng paggamitan or dalawang reference line na pwedeng gamitin. So, we have 50 degrees para sa OML. Yung isa naman, 50 degrees din siya, pero IOML naman. Okay? So, ililista natin ha. Pag 50 degrees OML, Ma'am Isa, ano yung mga nakikita natin dito? External acoustic meatus. EAM. Okay? Ma'am Isa, ano pa bukod po dun sa EAM? Pwede rin ang tympanic cavity. Okay? Pero ito ay OML. Ngayon, ang hinahanap natin kay Valdini is the 50 degrees IOML. Okay, ngayon, tingin. Ma'am Isa, anong po makikita natin? Number 1, dorsum celli. What? Yes, it's already there. Okay, sunod. Aside from the dorsum celli, makakakita ka rin ng internal, ayan ha, meatus. Lamang po. Okay, internal meatus. And then, aside from your internal meatus, yung labyrinth din ng ating tainga. Okay? Labyrinth of, anong labyrinth? Saya. Labyrinth of ears. Okay? So, ito yung dalawa ha. Ayan. So, since ang focus natin is the 50 IOML, 50 degrees IOML, we have your dorsum celli, internal meatus, and labyrinth of the ears. Sino dyan ang tamang sagot? Correct answer, delta. Okay? Dorsum celli. Siya lang nag-iisa. So, correct answer natin for 15, it's letter D. Okay, next, number 16, if a patient lies on his front. O, ayan, naka-prone position. With the X-ray beam horizontally directed. O, ayan, naka-decubitus. Entering the right side of the body while the image receptor is placed on the left side of the body. Ano ang tawag natin dito? Okay, anong position meron siya? It is letter A. Ventral decubitus. Very good. Okay, narinig kita, sir. Thank you so much. It is ventral decubitus. Next, number 17. Which of the following projections would best demonstrate your subacromial or subcoracoid dislocation? So, hindi siya nakapinpoint sa isa lang, dalawa. Kapag sinabi natin na subacromial na dislocation, pag subacromial dislocation, papunta saan yung dislocation natin? Anterior or posterior?
Posterior.
Posterior. Very good. Kapag subcoracoid, syempre kabaliktaran, anterior naman. So, kung halimbawa, isa projection lang, pwedeng magpakita, subacromial, subcoracoid, correct answer natin ay si lateral or scapular Y. Very good. It's letter D, delta. Okay? Next, number 18. The central ray direction is a PA oblique projection, either RAO or LAO of the scapular Y, which will be projected in blank. Okay. So, ang hinahanap niya dito, nag-scap Y siya, saan ngayon ang reference point? Okay? Correct answer natin would be letter? Nagkakaroon ba tayo ng angulation dyan? Wala, di ba? It's letter? Narinig na kita?
B.
Very good. It should be perpendicular to your scapulohumeral head. Very good. Yung letter A, isipin nyo lang, ginagamit natin siya for near method. Yan, review lang ha, near method, na kung saan, nagpapakita lang tayo dito ng shoulder impingement. Okay? Letter C, ginagamit natin lang siya for AP, axial projection. Okay? And then, yung letter D, pag nag-AP lang tayo ng shoulder. Yun lang. Okay? So, correct answer natin, 18, letter B. Next, number 19, what is the best projection to demonstrate to demonstrate chip fractures of the dorsal aspect of your carpal bones? So, nasa dorsal aspect siya, tapos chip fractures lang siya. So, ibig sabihin, maliliit lang siya. Okay? So, correct answer natin dyan ay tangential projection. Okay? Wala magsasagot ng lateral ha, kasi pag nag-lateral ka kasi dito, ang hinahanap mo kasi talaga is yung anterior at saka posterior displacement. So, eto, chip fractures, so, kumbaga mag-i-skim ka dun sa body part, kaya kailangan tangential yung projection mo. Okay? Next, number 20. What projection is often used before surgery to assess movement in the neck for insertion of the endotracheal tube? Guys, huwag niyong pansinin dito yung before surgery. Ang pansinin niyo dito, assess movement in the neck. Okay? So, kung kailangan mo ng assessment para sa movement ng neck, kailangan mo dito ay isang functional study. Sino dyan sa options natin ang isang functional or dynamic study? Correct answer ay letter
C.
C. Very good. Okay. So, yung flexion extension, functional study yan. Kasi, tinitignan kung hanggang saan yung degree ng movement ng leeg. Pero bago nyo to gawin, kailangan assisted kayo ng orthopedic, ayan ha, resident, or okay, or ng orthopedic doctor. Bubul ako ha. Next, para alam nyo kung hanggang saan yung degree ng pag-flex at saka nung pag-extend ng leeg ng pasyente. Okay? Next, number 21. Which of the following statements below regarding skull radiography is considered to be incorrect? Okay. So, letter A, tama yan. Si Bertel method. Kasi yung pinapakita ni Bertel method talaga is yung inferior na orbital fissure. Okay? So, correct yan. Letter B, jug handle view is used to demonstrate the zygomatic arc. Yes, again, that is correct. And letter C, jugular foramina, hindi ko makakalimutan, Kemp Harper, dahil lumabas yan nung aming board exam. Yes, correct din yan. Therefore, letter D is your incorrect statement kasi ang Leonard George, gumagamit siya ng curve cassette para sa inyong femoral head and femoral neck, hindi para sa mata. Okay? So, correct answer natin, letter D. Letrang D. Next, number 22. Which of the following factors would prevent superimposition of the ramus of your cervical spine, of the ramus on the cervical spine, on the cervical spine for the axiolateral oblique mandible projection? Okay, napakasimple lamang po. Kung magkakaroon ka ngayon ng ganitong klase ng projection, ang kailangan mo lang gawin ay i-extend mo yung baba ng pasyente mo. Yun lang. para hindi mag-superimpose yung leeg, yung cervical spine, at saka yung ramus ng mismong mandible. Yun lang, extend mo lang yung chin. Yun lang. Para hindi lang sila magbangga. Okay, sa film. Correct answer, number 22, it's letter C. Okay, next. Number 23, the recommended position for better imaging of your spleen. So, nasan ba yung spleen natin? Right or left? It's on the left side. Okay? At ang spleen is considered as a retroperitoneal organ. Ibig sabihin, nasa likod. Yan, ng inyong abdomen. Therefore, proper positioning used is letter D, LPO position. Anong degree ng obliquity? 40 to 45 lang. Okay? Para mas mapakita natin yung greater surface ng inyong spleen dun sa radiograph. Although ang spleen, hindi naman talaga siya nakikita naturalmente, okay? Kasi nga, it's a soft tissue, but at least the shadow of the spleen will be seen. Okay? So, correct answer natin for number 23, it's letter D, delta, delta, delta. Next, number 24, maximum opacification of your gallbladder occurs after how many minutes or hours after the contrast injection? Pwede na siyang makita in 30 minutes. Pero, ang tanong ay maximum opacification daw. Therefore, you would have to wait until 2 hours after your contrast injection. So, correct answer natin ay letter C. Charlie, Charlie, Charlie. Next, number 25. Which of the following procedures uses the thickest mixture of barium sulfate? Okay. Wait lang, ako yata uminom ha. Okay. Ang tawag nun, thickest, ano nga bang, opposite ng malabnaw?
Malapot po.
Ay, malapot. Thank you. Okay. Yun, pinakamalapot, okay, na mixture na gagamitin nyo is when you are doing evacuative proctogram. Okay? In short, patataihin mo yung pasyente, tapos i-record mo yung pagtain niya. Okay? Para yung mismong barium sulfate na yon, okay, na kumapit yung iba sa stools niya, okay, so ipapapoops mo yun ngayon sa patient. So ito, under fluoro, so ang gagawin mo dito, itatayo mo yung yung table, or kung kayang nakastand, tas nakaupo siya, meron kang doon, through defecation kasi siya na ginagawa. So, syempre, kapag malabsa-labsa yung pinainom mo, pagka dinefecate niya yun, mabilis masyado. So, hindi mo makikita yung tawag na ito, yung paglabas at saka yung action kung paano yung defecation nangyayari. So, kailangan ano nga yung sinabi nyo? Malapot, malabnaw, madikit, basta yun. May makapal, thick yung mixture ng barium sulfate. English na lang ako. Okay, so correct answer ay letter C, evacuative proctogram. Ayan. Next, number 26. Ayoko na Okay. What will happen to dry barium sulfate powder that has already been or has been adequately mixed with water but allowed to stand for a long period of time? Okay. Hindi yan magdi-dissolve sa water, hindi yan magpo-form ng barium oxide, hindi rin yan magpo-form ng sulfuric acid. Therefore, none of the above. Okay? Yun lang. Wala siyang mangyayari. Kasi nga, di ba, inert siya sa chemical. So, kahit anong gawin mo sa kanya, ay, normal lang yan, para lang di siyang polvo. Okay? Ganyan lang siya. Next, number 27. Determine the position performed in an asthenic patient, so super payat na pasyente, that will move the gallbladder away from the shadows of the vertebra. So, alam naman natin, kapag sobrang payat ng patient natin, di ba halos sumisentro na lahat ng kanyang ng kanyang internal organ. So, paano natin mapapalabas ngayon si gallbladder from that vertebra? So, kailangan natin i-position si patient in a left anterior oblique. Again ha, L, okay, left anterior oblique. Correct answer natin, letter A. Okay? Next, number 28, the cause of stress incontinence in females may be accurately evaluated by which of the following radiographic examinations? So, is it, yan ha, A, B, C, or D? Tanggal mo na agad ang letter D, tanggal mo na rin agad ang letter C. Ayan. Correct answer, letter A. Chain cystourethropy. Para lang din umiihi si patient dyan. Tapos, parang ganun din siya sa evacuative proctogram. Ayan. So, parang habang umiihi, na ano mo rin siya. Okay? So, kinukunan mo na siya ng examination. So, that's chain cystourethropy. So, next, number 29. So, what is the best projection to demonstrate your gull wing sign? Okay. Guys, saan ba natin makikita ang gull wing sign? Ang gull wing sign ninyo ay nasa pelvic area. So, it's more so like a fracture within the pelvis na nakikita lang siya kapag yung patient mo, syempre may fracture ka na sa pelvis, hindi ka na makakatayo. So, naka-supine position lang halos dyan si patient. Okay? So, dahil dyan, kung nasa pelvic area yung tawag nito, yung fracture na yon, okay? Nasa pelvic area at kailangan mo makita si gull wing sign, kailangan mong kunan ngayon si patient ng naka-dorsal decubitus lateral position or projection, sorry rather. Okay? Kasi naka-supine position lang siya, ang part ng katawan niya na merong fracture is sa pelvic area, hindi siya po pwedeng tumayo for an examination. So, nakahiga lang siya. Correct answer natin, number 29, it's letter D. Okay? Next, number 30. So, when demonstrating the intertubercular groove with the Fisk modification of the tangential projection, how should the affected humerus be positioned? Okay. So, ang humerus natin dito, usually, kapag Fisk modification, nakatayo si patient, yan ha, tapos naka-lean forward. Naalala na nila, okay. Yan yung mga, pa-victim, yung gumaganon yung balikat, okay, nagro-roll forward. So, yung humerus ninyo, naka-lean forward yan, and then, it will form a very, very slight angulation of 10 to 15 degrees. Okay? So, correct answer natin ay letter C. Kasi, yung intertubercular groove mo, nandito sa may gitna, parang medyo anterior kasi siya. So, para hindi ngayon siya magkaroon ng superimposition with the whole shaft of your humerus, kailangan medyo i-lean forward mo siya to position it away. Ayan. Para hindi sila magkaroon ngayon ng superimposition from the body of your humerus. So, correct answer natin for number 30, it is letter C. Okay? O guys, ang tanong, madali na ba ngayon ang positioning ninyo? Dumadali na ba siya para sa inyo? Sagot.
Lang po. Di pa rin po. Ganun pa rin po eh.
On process pa rin.
On process. At least on process na siya. Oh, at least on process na siya. Ay, sabagay kasi medyo naano kasi kayo, no? Ang tawag nun, na-move kasi tayo. Okay. Pero, hindi ibig sabihin nun, hindi nyo na siya naaalala. Kasi lahat yan naaral nyo na, nasa loob nyo lang yan. Nasa loob ng katawan nyo. Ready to release na yan sa araw ng board exams. Maggulat kayo, alam ko to, mga ganun. Okay. So,
Amen.
oh yes. Pag nararamdaman ninyo, nahihirapan kayo, umikit lang kayo. Tapos, isipin nyo yung...
Amen po, amen.
Amen. Papasa po. Oo.
Papasa po.
Kailan na ba yun? Next week na ba siya? 16, 17, di ba? This coming ano na siya?
Asterisk na.
Mamaya na.
Charot lang po. Asterisk.
Mamaya na. Pero meron akong regalo sa inyo dito. Yes, meron.
Yun.
Pero, kaya, antayin niyo po na ako matapos. Wait lang.
Thank you, wow.
Excited.
Tapusin niyo muna ako. Siyempre. Okay. Kahit di pa naligo. Basta ganda na lang. Walang amuyan. Okay, next. Our 31. Okay. So, which breathing instruction is given to a patient when performing your AB projection of the abdomen? Wala nang iba kundi letter, ayan ha, D. Expiration. Ano ba yan? Ba't letter D? Letter B, bravo, bravo, bravo. Expiration. Okay? Next, number 32, which projection should be used to demonstrate free air within the abdominal cavity when the patient is unable to stand for an upright abdominal radiograph? So, dapat dito ang gagawin natin ay naka-decubitus si patient. Okay? Naka-decube si patient. So, tanggal mo na ang letter A. Pero naka-AP projection. Okay? So, tanggal ang letter B. So, is it left lateral or right lateral? Correct answer natin ay letter C. Okay? Dapat naka-left lateral decube para yung upside natin is yung right side ng katawan ng pasyente. Para pag yung free air umakyat dun sa right side, magandang magiging background niya is yung ating liver. Okay? Kasi pag ni right side mo siya, na lateral decubitus, ang mangyari sa kanya, magsusuperimpose naman yung free air at saka yung gastric air nung patient. So, hindi mo ngayon ma-identify. So, correct answer natin ay letter C. C dapat ha. AP projection, left lateral decubitus position. Next, number 33. Which of the following occurs in many patients and is defined as an expected outcome to the introduction of your iodinated contrast media? Correct answer natin, sabi ni Bontrager, ay letter B. Metallic taste sa bibig, tapos medyo nag-hot flashes ka. So that is only a side effect. Hindi siya considered as adverse reaction. Next, number 34. Which two paranasal sinus groups are better demonstrated with the SMV projection than are the other, SMV projection than the other sinuses? Correct answer natin dito, yung dalawang maliliit na sinuses natin, paranasal sinuses natin, which is ethmoidal and sphenoidal sinus. Okay? Letter D, ethmoidal and sphenoidal sinus. Next, number 35. Which two positioning lines or planes should be perpendicular to the IR for the PA projection of the skull? So, dito dapat, okay ha, dito dapat, ang halos na tinitingnan, sa bagay, obvious lang din naman, PA projection. Correct answer, OML and MSP. O, ayan, sinabi na agad. Letter A, OML, okay, and MSP. Number 35, letter A. Next, number 36. Which structures are demonstrated with your contrast arthrography? So, tanggal ang letter D at letter C. Okay? Pwedeng tendons, pwedeng bursae, pero mas tamang sagot ay letter A. Okay? Bursa. Bursa na walang laman. Okay. Number 36, letter A. Ayan. So guys, pagka sinabi kasi na arthrography, examination ng joint space, alin lang bang nandun? Bursa. Oh, may tendon din, pero bursa. Okay? Next, number 37. To place the carpals in close contact with the IR using a PA projection, which of the following must be done? Okay. Correct answer natin, letter B. Kailangan nakaarko yung kamay, okay, at the MCP joints para dumikit yung ating carpal or the wrist area doon sa ating IR. Correct answer? Bravo. Next, number 38 for the lateral projection, twining method of the cervical vertebra. How and where? Saan ba dapat nilalagay ang inyong central ray? Saan siya dapat nakadirect? Correct answer natin dyan, it should be only, ayan ha, kasi may bitin dito nawala yung T1. Ayan. Ba't may T1 yan? Okay. So, it should be letter B. Okay. Letter B. Ang hilig ni Ma'am Isa sa letter B. Yes. Perpendicular to the intervertebral. Ayan ha. This space of C7 and T1. Pag nilagay mo siya sa C4, masyadong mataas. Pag nilagay mo pa rin sa intervertebral disc space ng C7 tsaka T1, hindi mo na kailangan maglagay ng angulation. Okay? So, kahit perpendicular na siya. Next, number 39. Which of the following types of body habitus may cause the costophrenic angles to be cut off if careful horizontal collimation is used? Correct answer natin dito, hypersthenic na pasyente. Letter A, yung mga matataba. Okay? Next, number 40. Umbis natin Okay. Flattening of the hemidiaphragms in the chest PA radiograph is a characteristic of which of the following conditions? Okay. So, kapag medyo flat na siya, ang correct answer natin dyan is emphysema. Kasi pag emphysema, sobrang dami ng kanyang hangin. sa loob ng lungs, particularly within the alveoli. Kaya ang nangyayari, masyadong distended ngayon yung kanyang lung area. So, napupush yung kanyang mismong diaphragm pababa. Kaya nagiging diretsyo. Hindi na siya dome type. Okay? Number 40, correct answer, bravo, which is emphysema. Number 41, where is the central ray centered for an SMV projection of the skull? Okay, walang magsasagot ng midway, o yan ha, between the gonions on the mandibular symphysis, walang makikita dyan. Okay, so tanggal agad ang letter C. Tanggalin. Okay, tanggalin din. Ayan, ang letter D. Ang weird naman nun, midway between the gonions pero lateral to the mandibular symphysis. What the hell is that? Okay, so dalawa na lang ha, either superior or inferior. Kasi midway naman ng inyong gonion. So correct answer natin should be inferior. Pababa dun sa baba. Okay, so correct answer, bravo. Ayan. Next, number 42. Which of the following structures is demonstrated in a Kemp Harper? O, ayan, wala nang iba. Ang nag-iisa, pag sinabi natin Kemp Harper, it is tubular foramina. Okay? Next, number 43. Which projection of the knee best demonstrates your patelo or your femoropatellar space that is already open? So, lahat nung meron dyang oblique projection, tanggal. Kasi hindi magiging open yung femoropatellar natin. So, what you will do, you will now choose between A and D. Home blood method, this is for your intercondyloid fossa. So, correct answer natin, lateral projection. Okay? Correct answer, alpha. Number 43. Next, number 44. Which projection of the hip or pelvis should not be performed if the patient is suspected to have an intertrochanteric fracture? Okay, kapag may fracture, hindi dapat ginagalaw ang pelvis. Sino dyan, sa mga methods natin, ang kailangan, magkakaroon ka pa ng manipulation. Ayan ha, nung hip joint ng pasyente. It's actually your Lowenstein method. So therefore, tanggal ang letter C, yung lateral projection. Okay? Tanggal. Next, number 45. How many degrees and in which direction should the central ray be directed for the lateral projection of your L5 to S1 when the lumbar vertebral column is already parallel with the table? So, kung parallel na pala siya agad doon sa table natin, wala ka nang kailangang degree angulation. Wala ka na rin kailangan na wala ka na kailangan degree angulation. So, correct answer natin dyan ay perpendicular na agad. Pero just in case, yan ha, just in case na magkakaroon ka ng specific na type ng pasyente, for example, lalaki, ayan. Ang lalaki, kapag naka-specific dyan, meron kasi silang degree angulation ng 5 degrees ha. Ang mga babae naman, dagdagan mo kasi mas malaking balakang natin, 8. Okay? Tapos, kapag malaki yung waist or maliit yung waist, hindi natin ito, large waist. Ayan. Kailangan cephalad yung angulation natin. Okay? Tapos, kapag maliit yung waist, mga balingkinitan, tulad ko. De, joke lang. Kailangan caudal angulation or caudal angulation. Okay? So, correct answer natin for number 45, it is letter A. Ayan. Guys, gusto nyo ba mag-break muna? Or tuloy na natin?
Hanggang 50. Hanggang 50 mo.
Hanggang 50? Okay.
Hanggang 50. Para ka lahat.
Okay. Sige, next. Number 46. Which of the following body positions is most likely used for the insertion of your rectal tube for barium enema? Wala nang iba. Ewan ko sa inyo kung ang sasagot ninyo ay lithotomy, pero para sa akin ay Sims position. Okay? Correct answer ay letter C. Rectal tube, papasok sa puwet through Sims position. Okay? Next, number 47. For your preliminary AP and your lateral projections that will demonstrate the pharynx and larynx, when should the exposures be made to ensure that there is a filling or filing of your throat passages with air? So, kailangan, ayan ha, during inspiration. Okay? Yung pahinga ng malalim, tapos shoot. Mihinga ng malalim, tapos shoot. Okay? Para alam nyo, sure kayo na meron siyang air-filled na pharynx and larynx. Okay? So, correct answer natin ay letter B. Next, number 48. To demonstrate the first two cervical vertebra in the AB projection, the patient is positioned so that blank. So, correct answer natin dito ay letter D. Kasi itong letter D, okay, AB projection to, pero open mouth. Ayan. Ay, anong open mouth? Open mouth. Pero naka-open mouth. Okay? So, yung line between the maxillary occlusal plane tsaka yung mastoid tip, dapat vertical yon. Kaya nga, di ba, kapag nag-open mouth tayo AP sa mga trauma patients, kinakapa natin yan. Yung mastoid tip, ha? Ayan. Tapos, yung occlusal plane, kaya pinabubukan natin yung bibig ng pasyente. Hindi dahil para simutin, amuin, yan, ya. Pero para makita kung vertical at naka-align na sila sa isa't isa. From there, makikita mo, pasok, makikita na natin ngayon yung C1, C2 dun sa radiograph. Okay? Next, number 49. What is the name of the projection in which the central ray merely skims a body part? So, ito yung tinatawag natin na tangential projection. Okay, letter A. Number 50. Prolonged injection times are not generally used in angiography. Bakit? Kasi pag masyadong matagal yung pagbigay mo ng contrast media, humahalo na siya sa body fluids, most especially sa blood. So, nangyayari, nagdadilute na ngayon siya, humihina na yung kanyang visibility. So, therefore, as much as possible, we give it, kaya di ba nagbo-bolus tayo ng injection, we give it actually in a high amount, tapos large amount, tapos high pressure. Mabilis. Okay? So, correct answer natin dito is letter C. Kapag matagal mong binigay, okay, yung gamot in angiography, nagiging inferior yung radiograph kasi nababawasan ngayon yung shiny shimmering na itsura ng inyong contrast media. Nadadilute na kasi siya. Okay? Next number, tapos na pala tayo. Okay. So guys, kailangan ko na uminom. Ayan. At kailangan nyo rin mag-CR. Okay? So, magbe-break muna